All right. Good morning, senior members, academic, those here present, and those online. I think as per my time, it is exactly 10 a.m. and we would like to follow the British, so we would like to start. So far, we have 2 participants online and 5 in person. So we are starting with 7 people. I think I can start. Okay. First of all, I'll be my own MC and then also my own presenter. So yeah, so I'll introduce myself and my colleagues here, and then we can get started. My name is Eric Ufiasiede. I am the head of Service and Academic Support Unit at the Directorate of IT Systems and Operations, DITSO. With me here is John Trasam. He is the, yeah, he's without the Achu, so John Trasam. And he is, okay, those online, please, can you hear me loud and clear? What's going on? Okay. Okay, I want to be sure that online participants are hearing me, so let me just connect.
Yes, please, we can hear you.
Oh, fine, fantastic. Fantastic, okay. Yes.
We are at the right place.
Yes.
Or we went to
the top there.
The top there, that's what the memo said.
Oh, we asked them to send another one quickly, but I don't know how.
To the email
I sent to the email, and then they said they have a group platform, so I was asking them to send. So I went to the schools to inform them.
Oh, I'm sure they have not done.
Sorry about that. Okay, so I was introducing my colleagues here. So John Tassam is assisting me with the SOIS. So any issues with student results, student academic, the system that we use for academic performance, he's in charge. So he'll be assisting me. So you either see me or you see him for any issues of course allocations, scores entries, and all those things. He's in charge. And another, one of my other colleagues is Ernest Kwama. So he is also assisting me with the e-learning aspect. So anything concerning your e-learning issues, you can also address it to me or to him in case you see any of us. Okay, so I'm just trying to buy small time so that we can get as many as possible joining us. All right, so this training is in 2 sessions. The first part will be quite brief. The second part is where we will deal with the examination management system of scores entry. The software we are using for our scores entry will be dealt with. The first part, I'll mention the staff portal. As you went through the recruitment, your data is with HR, and there's a gap, there's a portal where you can have access to your information with HR. You can make changes if there are any need to make changes. And again, going forward, it will be used for leave applications and performance appraisal, whatever. So that is a portal that we're going to be using for that purpose. So I'll walk you to that portal. And again, before you can gain access to the SOIS, you need to register with the portal, have your password. So in case you misplace your password, that is where you reset your password and all that. So I'll go through that one, and then we'll come to the SOIS. Now, students have taken exams in your course. How do you key in your scores? How do you get your academic broadsheets for HODs? This was initially intended for the HODs and the deans, but we have to extend it to everyone because we don't know who will be HOD tomorrow. So that's why you must all know what if you are a dean or HOD or college examination officer, what are your roles? So that next time you become HOD, you wouldn't call us, come and train you on the HOD section or how HOD must work, because we are all potential HODs, potential deans here. Okay, so that is why we've extended it to everyone. All right. So the number is still counting. I don't know what, maybe I think we can still start with the staff portal. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. Okay. But then it's being recorded also, so that later it can be made available to all. Wait, what's up? What's that? Okay, so we can kickstart. So as I have already said, my name is Eric Kofi Asiedu from DITSO. And with me is John Chasam, who is a support at the directorate and also will be assisting me with the SOIS. We also have Samuel Nyako, who is also supporting us backstage. He's the one creating the Zoom and all those things. Also, he's the webmaster and also part of the e-learning platform. And then Mr. Kwamwa, also a support and in charge of e-learning. Yes, madam. Oh, I'll share it with you. I'll share. In fact, the training itself is hands-on. So after the few slides, I'll go into the software itself, because it's a software you're using. And so you must know how the software works. So you can make notes. But then we didn't prepare slides for the software because we have to show you how the software actually works. Yes. If only but then you might not have account yet in the system. So you might not have to take notes for now. Since if you are not here in December 2020, you don't have account yet. So those who just came, those who joined us recently, we don't have account for you yet. Okay. So as I said, this is the outline of the training. First of all, I will walk you through the staff portal, what you can do in there. So for this one, once you are employed in this institution, you have a staff ID. That is what appears on your ID card. So that is your staff ID that you can use on all our online services. That includes the SOIS for the lecturers who are going to key scores of students. So that is very important there. So I'm going to walk you through how that password, or you can create a password for yourself, because when you first come, you just give your staff ID, and the first time you log in, you must create a password. And that password is what you're going to use throughout. Again, there are some features on the staff portal. I just mentioned a few of them, like leave application. You want to apply for leave and all that. You can do that from the platform. So going forward, that will be done on the platform. Okay. Then our main focus will be on the SOIS, which stands for Student Online Information System. That is a software that we are currently using. So how do you, as a lecturer, enter your scores? So your scores entry is made in there. How do you set up your assessment distribution? If you want to give 5 marks for attendance, 10 for presentation, 5 for midterm, how do you distribute your 40% over there? And then the exam is 60%. How do you do that? Then when you have done that, how do you also make your entries? And maybe after you have made your entries in the score, you want to look at the graph or look at the distribution of the scores. Is it normally distributed, or is it skewed to the right or to the left? So how do you do that? There's a chart you can also have from the scores that you have keyed in, so that maybe if you want to massage in quotes, you can do your things in there. Then now the role of exam officer. So as I said, HOD, deans, exam officers, these are roles that any of you can inherit at any point in time. So you need to know that if you're the dean or if you're the HOD, all your lecturers have keyed in their scores. How do you get your broadsheet for your meetings? If after the meeting, there's a suggestion of maybe some changes in scores, how do you release the scores back to the lecturer to enter? Because when the lecturer keys in the scores and submits to you, his role ends there. The next thing is that he can only appreciate his own scores. He cannot make any change. So how do you send back the scores to him to make changes if after the meeting there was a recommendation for changes to be made? So we'll look at that also. And that's after the HOD has done his job, he pushes it to the dean for the school board meeting. And then now the dean also prepares it for academic board meeting. And that is the progression that goes on in there. So you must know everything so that when you become the dean in future or tomorrow, you will know what to do. You will not have to come and call us and say, now I'm the dean, so come and train me on that aspect also. So that is why we all need to know all. Okay, so we will start by starting the staff portal. And so the staff portal, the address is apps. Just in the browser, you can put apps.uesd.edu.gh, then /staff portal. That is a staff portal. Okay. So for the staff portal, you can even do it on your phone. As we do it, we can demonstrate. You can log onto the staff portal on your phone because you can set your password here and now. Okay. Then we'll get onto the SOIS. When it's time for the SOIS, I'll mention the address also. Okay. So those who want to have power to, we can get some extension boards for you as quickly as possible. And those online, you can log on and wait for us. So let me see, we have as many as, are you online? Can you check the number you have on? Okay. So, pardon? Yeah, all the lectures. Friday, 20 money by Okay. So I'm going to switch to my browser and to go to the staff portal. Okay. So if you are a new staff, when you go to the staff portal, so you just put apps.uesd/staff portal. When you go there, on the right-hand side, of the staff portal, hey, it's not showing. Let me end the presentation. Okay, so on the right-hand side of the staff portal, if you don't have a password yet, you have never logged in, you are new, then you will find reset password. And it is the same if you have logged in and you have forgotten your password. You can also reset your password. So when you go to the reset password, it will demand your staff ID. And that ID is the one that you have on your ID card. You should start with 20, mine is what? 2020. If you're here in 2020, there's 00 something. If you're in 2021, it will be 2021, 0. So the year of appointment and some serial numbers. So please look for that. Look for that and then key in there. But this is for only those who do not have access to the staff portal yet. If you have it and you have lost your password too, then the same applies to you. But if you already have it, you can log into the staff portal, no need to do this exercise. It's for only those new staff who are yet to obtain their a password to access our online systems. Because without a password from here, you cannot go to the SOIS, you cannot access certain software that we are using here. Okay, those who just joined us, you are most welcome. I will just go back quickly for you. Okay. All right. So what we are trying to do this morning is we are having a presentation on some of the facilities that we use, electronic facilities or online features that we are having here. One of them is the staff portal. The second is the student online information system. So as a lecturer, there's a place we manage the student examination scores and what goes on in them. All right, so in our attempt to go there, we have to first have a username and a password from some other system, which is also integrated into this one. And so that is where we are now. And to have access to that one, you need to visit the staff portal, which is just another leg of the HR system. So your information in HR is available here for you to see. But for you to go there, we simply have to open any browser and then put in it apps.uesd.edu.gh/staff portal. So I would, because the training is hands-on, so I'll prefer that we do it alongside so that we can have your password and username ready. It is only the SOIS that you might not be able to practice it because that one is for only registered lecturers or those who have courses in the system. So maybe you would have to take notes when it comes to that side, how to do certain things. But it's not very difficult. It's not difficult at all. It's just something straightforward. So that is where we are before you join. Okay, so I've opened a browser and I've put there staff UESD apps.uesd.edu.gh/staff portal. And it has taken me to this website. And I'm saying that if you already have a login credentials, a username and a password, you can log in. But if you are new, then you have to first create a password for yourself. And your automatic username is your staff ID, what appears on your ID card. I'm sure the new ones, you all have ID cards. Oh, okay, sorry. Have you taken a picture already? Okay, then it's being processed. Oh, it will come. What is holding the ID card? The IDs, you have the IDs, yes. They can get from the HR, but maybe, do we have the database there? Can we get a 21st now?
Yeah, okay. So
logging
if you don't have your
if you don't have your staff ID, you will pull it for you. Because I want us to. Okay, you will come to you. Just give us your name and then we pull it for you. Okay. But is this supposed to be on the, okay, I think that's okay. But how many of you know their ID, their staff IDs? The new ones?
Yes.
You have, okay, you have ID card. Hey, who are way? The connection was you. And I want man to Papa. Okay. So please, if you have your staff ID, simply go to reset password. It will demand your staff ID here. Punch your staff ID. It will send a text message with a token to the phone number you used when you were applying for a job here. Yes, that's the phone number it will go to. That is the phone number the message will go. So if you have lost that one too, we can correct it for you, but that will go to HR. So it will take a longer process. You have to visit HR to update your records. But if your phone number is here, you get a message coming from UESD with a token. Then a page will open for you to enter the token and then set the password. I don't want to reset mine, so you have to do yours and get your page. Or somebody can borrow me the staff ID so that I can send it and then we all see how the page. But it's a very simple process. Once you put the staff ID there, you log in, it will send a message, display some box, and ask you to put a token there. Then you set your own password that you remember. It's very important. The only thing is that if the more you forget your password, the more SMS you'll be consuming from us. So we'll take it from source. Yeah, so if we check that you have sent more messages, then we'll take it from source straight. Controller, take from controller. I'm just kidding. Okay, so that is how to set your password. When you have put your password, okay, has anybody completed the process? Okay, so now you can log in. You are done. Well, you are staff ID. Okay. Okay, so let's wait for those with the staff ID issues. There will be yet another training for the very new staff who join us. That one is on our email systems. We are using Google Workspace here. So we'll learn, we'll go through our Gmail, we'll go through how to create Google Forms, Google Docs, Google Worksheets, so many things about Google, and then Google Meet, and all because those ones are free. And you know, Ghana, we like free things, so we've adopted the free ones. And so we'll see how, and you can do fantastic things with it. You have access to a vast database or a vast space for your YouTube. So you can record your lectures, put on YouTube, share the link on the e-learning system. Very fantastic one. And you can have your student, when they are not available, watching you and listening to you in video or delivering your class. And you can do a live class session with the Google Meet. So very fantastic platforms. So there will be a separate training which is being organized by HR on that one. Okay. All right. So do we have all logging in now? Okay. So our friends online, is everything going on well?
Yes, Mr. Siedu, okay. We can hear you loud and clear.
Fantastic. Thank you, Doc. Yes, you are in. Okay, very good. Yes. No, thank you. So let me log in to see how the page will show when you're logging. So when you log in, this is how the page will display. You will have the number of leaves you have taken. If your office is leaking and you have reported some faults, it will be recorded here and all that. This is a very big system that can do a lot. So you should see something like this. That means you have been able to access the staff portal. So now what can you do with the staff portal? There are a lot of things you can do with the staff portal. First, and the most important thing is that please, and please again, I'm begging you, check your personal profile. Check your personal profile to ensure that if you're a doctor, your doctor or into brackets PhD appears. If you're a Mr., your Mr. appears. There was an issue where we printed ID cards and a Mr. was given a Mrs. I don't know whether when he was filling the, these records are coming from your application, the recruitment exercise. I don't know whether he was filling, he forgot himself, he picked Mrs. and then he brought it. And so at our end, it's a bit of garbage in, garbage out because we are dealing with so much of data. We cannot possibly go through each one of them. So what HR does for us is to do their editing. And then at our end, we just issue a command to print the ID cards. So if there's a mistake on your ID card, it's not coming from IT because we don't generate data at our end. What HR has put in is what we print on the ID card. So if you are lucky and I know you, and I know, oh, this man is a Mr. Why has he got a message here? Then I can change for you personally. Or I can request HR to change, then I can reprint. But besides that, I can't do anything. So if you are not in the right department, your rank is not stated correctly, your marital status, just go through them and then visit HR with all your complaints or issues for corrections to be done. We can't do corrections for you. IT, we don't do corrections. We only own the systems, but the operational inputs are done by the respective units. So HR is the custodian of the data. We own the software, but they own the database they have put in there. So if you have any issue, yes, Adobe. Yes. No, only click on the personal profile. You're supposed to open something like this because you're using the screen, the phone. So turn it like this and see. It's supposed to show. Or come here with man. What do you call it? Menu. Okay. Is it showing up now? So the update button here has been disabled because we don't want a situation where the name you use for the recruitment or what controller has, you come and alter it. I know you not do it, but anything can happen. Maybe you want to add something so that it can look some way. So you have disabled. So if you want to change your name or something, then you write to HR for that change. But it is for you to see what HR has about you. So if there's anything wrong, if you have got some promotion, they've not yet effected it, or you have changed your department or something, then you report to HR that this is my new rank or my new department or my new directorate. So effect the change. So that when we issue command to print ID cards, you have the right ID card. Is it okay? And then going forward, HR is intending to use, now they are doing their leave applications manual. So you fill a form and then it goes through your dean or your head of department and then to HR and all that. But going forward, it will be done online. It will be done very soon. It will start being done online. So over here, you come to leave and then you specify whether you're going for, you want to view your leave. So maybe you have applied for some leave, you want to check whether it has been approved. Though you get a message on your phone and email, you can have that. So you can apply for leave. So here you select the type of leave you are applying for. You select the type of leave you are applying for, whether it's maternity leave, annual leave, examination leave, excuse duty, sabbatical, whatever. Then when you have chosen that leave, then you put in the particulars when you want to start and all that. So when you submit here, it goes to your immediate head. When he approves, it goes to the next one and it goes on. So going forward, this is how our leaves will be applied for. Okay. So if there's any challenge, just call my men, they are around to assist you and all that. But what is important for me is to cross-check your particulars on this particular portal, because issues we had with ID card were from here. People did not check their particulars. So we printed Mr. and Mrs. together. Yes. So sometimes when you're under pressure in filling a form, you select anything at any time. Okay. Though they were your entries you made, not us. Okay, so. Okay. So the next one, we have study leave also. Study leave also is there separately from the leave. It's on its own, because over there are a lot of parameters you will specify for study leave. So you first notify your head of your study leave. So you don't get it today and say, oh, I'm going today. No, you give a notification. Oh, next semester, I want to apply for study leave. So you notify them first. Then they are waiting. They know that, okay, Kojo will be applying for study leave very soon. So you put it there. Then when it is time, you actually apply for the leave. That is where you go and specify the details, what you're going to do, the period and all that. And then you submit and it goes through the process. So that also is in there. Again, I'm sure the document is working. If you look at my document, all the documents you submitted. So my CV is there. I think I used my voter ID card in applying that time. So my voter ID card, that time, Ghana card was still working. So my BEC certificate is also even there, all the certificates. Also in your case, all your documents you uploaded can be found there. And in the same way, if you gain a promotion or you get a new certificate and you want to upload it also here, you can add it here. So that HR will say, okay, go and attach this file to your portal. When you come, you just come to my document and then click on add new and then look for the file that you are adding. Maybe you have now finished your PhD, you want to come and attach your certificate to it or your document or whatever, you just go there and upload. And HR will have this document at their end. So even for yourself, it is, I think there was one situation where somebody said tsunami has, flood has taken the certificate and things away. So here you have all digital copies that you can download and reprint so that you are safe, you are covered. Okay, so that is how the documents were handled. So you can upload all your documents that HR is requesting from you from here. Okay, I think the only one that I don't have, in my acceptance letter is the medical forms, what they didn't upload here. But that one is supposed to be confidential. Okay, then you have maintenance. So if you want to report a fault, maybe your office air conditioner is not working, you want to report to the estate officer, you have an issue there, you go to maintenance and then you make a report. Yes, oh, sorry. That's what, oh, it's good. HR, yes. Yeah. I understand. Synchronizing so that maybe. Yeah. Find the lecturer and all the particulars. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's a valid point. And it's because this particular system is now being deployed fully across the university. So it is now that the various sectors are going to know the real benefit of this system. So that if now your dean wants to have your records, he doesn't need to ask you to bring it. He contacts the HR portal and then he can find all about you. So it hasn't been deployed fully yet. So gradually we'll get to that stage where now all the departments will rely solely on this one for any information, because you only upload your document here to HR and any unit that wants to find out about you can get it from there. So it will be done. Yes, we are going gradually. It will be done. Okay. All right. Then also promotions are here. So if you want to apply for some promotion, maybe you are due for some promotion, so you want to apply, submit your documents. So over there, you go to apply for promotion, and then you specify the kind of promotion you are looking for, and then you upload your CV to that one, so that it goes to the right quarters for them to look at it to see whether you merit that position or that promotion or not. Okay. So I'm just doing brief because these ones are just straightforward. When you click, the system will direct you what to do, what to add. Okay. All right. And then finally, contracts are here. Those who are on contract, you can renew your contract. You can also get your reward. And then welfare issues are there. You can make an announcement also in there. So if you're having your wedding coming up, you can go and put it there. It will go to HR for verification. Then they'll publish it to the university portal. So you don't need to write a letter and all that to them. So somebody will monitoring this one to know that you intend to have this program. If they go through it, if they're okay, yes, John. If you're okay, then they publish it on your behalf. Okay. So you can make an announcement. So for example, wedding the message you want to put there. You can attach your wedding invitation card here. Then you submit it. It goes to HR. It doesn't go to the university populace at the same time. It goes to HR. They cross-check, find out from you whether it is true and all that. And then now they make it viral for you. So very soon, these systems are going to make life easier for all of us. Okay. So if this is okay, then I can move on. What I wanted to achieve here is for you to have your your login credentials, and then also to check your personal profile for me. That's the most important thing I wanted to have here. The staff profile is very crucial for me because of the ID card issues. Okay, so if you're okay from here, then I can move to the second part of the presentation, which is the, yes. Yes. Yes, you can view. It might be the network or also your device, because the document that you have there, your phone must have the appropriate reader for that document. If it is in PDF, maybe let me show my BEC. That's what I did very well. So if it oh, BEC, I did well. It was my GAN that was not good. At that time, I didn't do GAN, so I got ones throughout, except GAN. So that's now I can confidently show that one. Okay, so yeah, so BEC, so where is it? Oh, Charlie. Oh, but you're supposed to click that. You should show. I don't know what is happening. So it says can't edit. Oh, okay. Maybe then they have disabled that's functionality now. Initially you could click and then you can read it. Okay. All right. Maybe I'm sure it has been disabled now. Okay. So we can proceed. So we are taking ourselves out of here. We want to go to the SOIS, where it is very serious business. So the SOIS is where we are going to look at how to enter your scores. And then if you are the dean, if you are the HOD, if you are the examination officer, what are your roles? What do you do? So that's what you are doing. Okay. So can I go? Okay. All right. Yes. Oh, you just click on log out. I've not yet logged out, but under your name here. Under your name, under your picture, where you have your picture on the right side, you can just click and click on log out. Yeah. Okay. So now we log on to the SOIS. So that one is also apps. Let me use this browser. So it is apps.uesd. So it is apps.uesd.edu.gh/SOIS. That is the address you put in there. So when you put that in there and you click on login, it will bring you another interface where you would have to log in. And what you need there is the username and the password you got from the staff ID. But for the new lecturers, you will be bounced because we have not yet put courses for you or registered you at this side yet. So you might be bounced. But let me just add 1 or 2 people so that you can appreciate this one. So let me just go in there. Then I'll add just 1 or 2 people right now for you to appreciate it. So please, who will donate his or her name for me to add? But for our existing or our old staff, they are okay. Okay, so let me add new quickly. Doc, yes. Just a minute though. Please, your name is? Oh, yeah, yes, BRA. Okay. Kasum, right. Okay. So I'm making you a lecturer in the course and then I'll give you any IP address you can use to connect. So let me submit that one. Okay, so it is done. So you have been added. So please, you can now log in with the particulars you got from there. Please, who else? Quickly, about 2 or 3, then you can continue. Yes, or you're not? Okay, but do you lecture? Okay, so Eric, Erics they are becoming plenty in the school. Yes, the Erics are becoming plenty, and our VCs are our boss, so it's good. Okay, so you are also added. Please, who else? Who else want to be added? Jones or Joyce? Okay, sorry. Grace. Okay, sorry. Oh, Grace. Yes, Dr. Grace Boama. Boama, right? Okay. So I've added her also. Who else wants to be added? I've added her. Okay, that's okay. Okay. Pardon? Okay, that's okay. The rest will add you when we come to the office or when we settle down. Okay. So now please, those that have added, try to log in. You will see a page like this. You will see a page like this when you first log in. So let me log out and come in again. Okay. Are you having a challenge? Are you okay? Okay, don't worry. So from this point, you have to just take some small notes because this is for the actual work that you're going to be doing. Okay, so what will happen is that your faculty or your schools will communicate with us at the beginning of every semester, giving us what the course allocations, indicating that Kojo Mensah or Dr. Grace Boama is teaching course A or intro to statistics or whatever. And then we will go into the system and instruct the system that way, that you are taking this course or that course. Okay, so when that has been done, so let me, for example, let me add a course to, yes. So for the new ones I've just added, you are only going to appreciate what you're going to do. You cannot get a course because you don't have your allocations yet in the system. So you cannot have that one. Okay, so now I am dealing with the first level where you are a lecturer, you've been assigned a course. And what do you do? How do you set up your assessment? How do you enter your marks? How do you view the statistics and all that? Then after that, I will go in as examination officer. If you have been assigned the role of an examination officer in the school, how do you also handle those ones? If you are the HOD, how do you go about your duties? If you are the dean. So I want to start from the first level, which applies to all of us, or all of you. Okay, so let me assign a course to a demo account I want to use. So okay. So I have an account here called training demo, which I want to use. So now training demo is coming to log into the system, assuming that I've assigned that one to you. The assignment is not your duty now. It's for us to do, or the examination officer or the HOD to do that for you. So now I go for.
Oh, Gavra.
Oh, on Kafra, really sorry. Okay, it's okay. Okay, so now training, once you log in, I have logged in as a demo account. Once you log in, the first thing you need to do is to go to view mounted courses. Once you go in, the first thing is to click on view under the academics, you find view mounted courses. So if any course has been assigned to you as a lecturer, you find the courses here. So now here, this is the only course that has been assigned to me. I don't put it on the note. But can you see what? Okay. So this is the course that has been assigned. I've assigned biology 101 to this lecturer. So as the lecturer for the course, what you need to do is to click on the course, and then you would have this one, the lecturer is already set up. Hey. This one, he has already put scores inside it. So let me go for one that has no scores. Okay, so let me go for a course that has no scores. I want to show you how you do the distribution. And please, it's very important. Last semester, we had issues where some people did it from the reverse, and it created some problems for us. So this time, we want to explain the dangers, or if you do it that way, what kind of problems you can cause for the system. So, okay, 2022. Academic year, so 2022. Okay, so general biology, or let me go for, this one has only one student, and our students who are not registered. So that one, when we finish, we'll talk about it. In fact, okay. So I have assigned a course to the demo account I am using. So now the lecturer comes in, he puts his index, what do you call it, staff ID, and the password he has created from the staff portal. He's able to log in. Yes, sorry. Yeah. Capture, yeah, it's good, it's good. And you see, the issue is that this ones are live data. There's subject are live. I don't know. Do you have a subject in the school? Are you teaching a course? Okay. Let me assign one to the two of you. One of you. Okay, you have a course at teaching. Okay, then what we do is that there are no students also there too. Nobody has registered. That will also be another problem. But then you see, the thing is that the training is being recorded. So if you wouldn't mind, because the reason why I am hesitant to give demo accounts is that it is the data is live. It's the real student data that we have, that we are using. Yeah. Okay, then no worry. Let me share. Let me create a new password so we can all use that account. We all use the same account. Okay. Okay, so let me reset my password. Apps. So my account is 100. Oh no, let me reset password. So 100. Submit. So.
Excuse me, boss. You have a text message.
So verification code for 100 has come. I want to change the password to also 100 so that we all share the same thing. So the code is 15109. So the new password is also 100. Okay, so what I've done is that I've created a demo lecturer for whom I've assigned a course to him. So please, let's all go to the SOIS. And for this one, when I click, then you click. Don't click ahead of me. Okay, so now when you go to the SOIS, put there the username 100, password 100. That will take you into the demo account. So just log in and then wait for me to proceed from there. So 100 is a username. The password is 100. Then we log in. So you should all see what I am seeing now. And that is how, as a lecturer, you will see the page when you log in. Then from there, the first step is that, yes. So you see allow pop-up on the right, something will pull down, you pull them, you click allow pop-up. Okay, so that's what you have requested for. So now I'm sure we have all logged in. We are all seeing this page. And this is what you see when you have been assigned a course and you've also reset your password from the, what do you call it? From the staff portal. You have your password and username. So when you log in, you see this one. And for you to know what courses have been assigned to you, under the academics, you find the first menu item, the view mounted courses. So let's click on that one. You see view mounted courses. And then any course that has been assigned to you will show up there. And when you look at the top, there are some things at the top there. Maybe you are seeing two things, you are seeing two courses, but on the board, you see only one. The reason is that I have filtered my academic year. I want to work in 2022-2023 academic year. So on the top, you find academic year. There are so many ways you can filter your courses. You can filter your courses by program, by department, by regular receipts, weekends, whatever, levels. You can also go to levels, level 100, level 200, and even semester 1, semester 2. So if you've not applied any filter, you will find two courses. Because there's a course I allocate myself in 2020, level 100. And now this course is 2022, 2023, level 200. That is how it will appear. Are you with me now? I think your suggestion is a very brilliant one. Thank you very much. Next time I will do that. Yes. Okay. So now we are all appreciating this one. Okay. So now I want us to go to the first level 200 of 2022, 2023. So just if you want to enter into this course to make modification or to enter your scores, we click on the subject name. Sorry, the subject code and then the subject name. So we click on that one. And that opens the subject for you. So very good. It will open up the page like this. Don't go ahead of me. Follow me. You are behind me. Okay, don't worry. We'll find you. Okay, so how may I help you? All right. So don't go ahead of me. Okay, so now this is the first and most important part that will come. If it is the first time you are opening that subject or that course, you will need to specify your continuous assessment marks distribution. How are you distributing your scores? How much are you giving to quiz 1, assessment 1, attendance, and all that? So you have the power to determine how you want to distribute it. And so you have up to, I think you have up to 7. And last year, something funny happened. Somebody began from number 5, 6, and 7. He wanted to give 3 distributions. So he began from 5, 6, and 7. Please, that is total wrong. It's an error. You must begin from 1. If you are giving all 40% to one figure or one value, then put all under 1. That's all. If you want to distribute it. So let's see. So for example, maybe I marked my mid-semester out of 100. So I can, under the mark over, I can select 100 from here. So I can pick 100 as the mark over. Then I want to convert it to, I want to scale it down to 40. So now if you do this, you are done. You are good to go. Because now you mark your assessment over 100 and you want to scale it down to 40. So that as for the exams part is 60. So that one too, you can put you can select the exams here and say the exams is also 60. So that is how you must scale up you must distribute your assessment. However, if you want to give some to assignment, quizzes, and all that, you can do the distribution from here. You have up to about 7 of such distributions to make. So what you can do is that you can say, okay, I rather didn't do this one, 40, 60 straight away. I gave 5. Maybe I gave 5 to attendance. So that one was marked over 5, and I'm scaling down to 5, and then it scaled down to 5. That is fair. Then we continue. Maybe I gave a mid-semester, which I marked maybe over 20, and I'm scaling down to still 20. So 20, then 20. Then yes, we have 15 more marks. Okay, then I gave a quiz, which I marked over 15 or over 100. I want to convert to 15. You can do that. So maybe, but if you want to be on the safer side or whatever, however you want to distribute it, it will work for you. So now I mark that over 15 and it is converting or scaling down to 15. So if I do this now, I have 5, 20, 15. The most important thing is that the figures in the scale should match or should amount to 40. That's all. As for the mark over, you can put anything there. It will scale the amount, the figure to the scaled, the scaled figures. And the total of the scaled figures must amount to 40 for the CA. And that's all. How you mark it doesn't care. Because the mark over is a figure you are going to key for the student, and it will do the conversion to the scaled figures. But the scaled figures must amount to 40. It is when you have done that and you have clicked on update records that now the students will show up for you to put their scores there. Some people had a lot of troubles on this page because if you don't scale up properly, let me just say I make an error. Maybe I mark this over 60 and I'm scaling to 20. Obviously, the total is not matching. It's 45. So when I go and I update it, it will keep you here forever. So some people were kept behind this door for so many hours or days. And we had to go and rescue them. Okay, I'll go over there. Yeah. Okay. But is it okay for those who are okay? Okay, now let me go over again. Let me start again. I'm saying that when you first select a course from the view mounted courses, when you first select a course to work with, if you have not set up your assessment figures properly, it will always keep you at this door. It needs to know how you are distributing your 40% in the class. Are you giving all to one figure? Maybe you want to just box all your assessment together under 140 mark, and that's all. So in that case, then I can decide to clear all this. So I can clear this to nothing, nothing here. I clear all this to nothing. So you go for the empty space and nothing here. Then I'm saying, okay, I marked my assessment over 40. And I'm scaling it down to 40. Then I click on update records. Fine. It knows that I am doing 40, 60 straight away. So when I'm entering the scores for the student, I'll enter the student scores in one column under the 40. Then 60% under the exam score. That's all that I'm doing. But if you want to break it down into attendance, into exercises or quizzes and all those things, then you would have to make sure that the way you distribute them here, the scaled figures amount to 40. That's the only condition. So the scale figures here must amount to 40. So you can mark the script over any figure at all. Maybe the attendance is 5, so 5 out of 5. So therefore, for attendance, let me say for attendance, the attendance is 5. I mark the attendance over 5 and scale it down to 5. Then maybe I did a quiz. That was 20. But maybe I marked the quiz over even 100 or 50. Maybe the quiz was 50. The quiz was 50. But scale it down to maybe 10 for me. So scale it down to 6. So out of the 50 score that I'll record, if you got 50 over 50, that's when you get 10 over 10. If you got 40, then you're getting 8 or something. That's what it will do for you. Yes, madam. Yes. Scale down. Cut out of the mark over. Yes. So if they're out of the 100. So if you want to do scale down your Excel and come and do it here, then you don't put the mark over as before the scale down. So you put the scale down as the mark over, and then the scale down as the scale down, so that you are entering already scaled figures. That's all. It's very important here because it can keep you out of behind this door for so many hours if you are not careful. Okay. So now I marked over 100. I'm scaling down to 10. So I have done that one. Maybe now I still have it is 15 now. I have 25 more to go because it's not up to 40. So now if I go and update my records, it will not show me the student. It will keep me behind the door because as of now, I have not got my CA amounting to 40. So it will keep me behind this door. So I correct it. So somebody to correct it and then I'll refresh and see whether I've done. Now we are all on the same course. So please correct this one for me so that I'll refresh and see the students showing. So anybody who is online should correct this one for me. Okay.
It's a question.
Okay, go ahead, please.
What's the difference between exams and then exams final?
The exams is okay. That actually also is if you mark the exams out of another figure. Maybe the exams, you mark the exams over 100 and you want to record the 100 score so that it will convert to the 60 for you.
Okay. So
the exam final is the 60% of whatever you put there. In case it is beyond, in case what you put here on the exams is 100, then it's like also another scale over there. It's a scale figure there. So it will convert your 100% mark to 60 for you.
Okay. So in practice, what do you do here? Do you just take this? Because if you look at that place where you have the exam final, there's no space there.
Yes, it's because exam also is known as 60% in the system. CA is 40%. So whatever you select from here, if you select 100, then it expects you to put 100% there. Then the final score will be 60% of the 100. It converts for you. But if you choose the 60, then it means it is going to take the figure you put there directly under the exam final. So it is when you want the system to scale for you that you pick a figure above 60. So in that case, it does the conversion to the exam final of 60 because the system has been programmed from the document submitted to them, the programmers. They have configured that a CA is always 40, exam is 60. That is why if you don't scale this to 40, it will not let you go. And you can't change that 40 unless it's programmed into the system. Yes, madam.
So I'm trying to restate how I understand.
Go ahead, please. Yes.
So for the fixed mark,
Yes.
I tend to do
Several.
okay.
Yes.
Each mark will be 10.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
So the print mark over is 10.
Okay.
And then the print
Scale
scale to be, let's say, the actual mark the student group. So if the student was 7, 6 down there, and then the app is 10. Am I?
No.
So what's the right?
Okay, let me tell the right thing. The right thing is that, for example, I'm doing a quiz 1. I give them 5 questions. Each is 2 marks. So therefore 10. But when I finish, I will not the 10 marks I'm giving you in the quiz will not be 10 in the final score that I want to take for assessment. That particular quiz is going to be 5% of the exam. I don't know if I'm getting the point here. I have given you 5 questions, each 2, therefore you get a score of 10. But when you get a 10, I will scale it down to 5. So that particular first quiz is only 5% of assessment that I'm going to give you. So for that matter, when I have marked over 10, I'm going to convert it to 5 for my assessment. So that is where the quiz marked over will be set to 10. So you got 10 out of 10. It is only 5 of the final assessment. If you got 8, then you convert 8 to 5%. I don't know whether I'm getting the concept. Okay, go ahead. Yeah. What do you say? You turned it, yes.
With the actual mark, the 60 USD.
You marked over. Yes. Yes. Pardon? You're not here yet. Hey, please go and look for her. This is not here. Look for her, please. Where are you? Oh, okay. Let me. It's a bit confusing. Yes. But please, who can explain in a way that maybe I am not using a PhD explanation? So please. Okay, yes. Doc, please give us the PhD explanations to this one. I'm using IT explanation, so maybe it's not clear. Please, Doc, listen to the PhD explanation. Yes.
You know, based on the continuous assessment, I would know maybe 5% for attendance and class participation. 50% is for, and 20% for mixing. So depending on how maybe the 50% for assignment. So if you do 5 assignments, the sum of all the 5 assignments is going to give you the 50%. So you can decide that to move on that if I give the 5 assignments, I add the total score of all the 5 assignments, the first one is then that you got 50. Then I will add all the scores that you got over the 5 assignments. So it is 50, so it will be 15 over 5 over 15. Because the total for all the 5 assignments should be 50. So I'll be 50, then I'll stay with 5%. No, 50%. But if you want to separate that one, you can't work on. So I'll just sum all the 5 assignments together. I'll do a shift to myself. There's someone that I know all the 5 questions. So 50, now still the 50 to 50, they're in account for each of the individuals. Then I'll give the cumulative score of all the half over the 5 assignments. Then it will convert it to the 15 marks. 50% for me.
Oh, okay. So you don't do the individual assignments?
No. So this one is the total score. The total score of all the gross. So if you decide to add in your class attendance with all your scores and then mix it together, then it should be over the So depending on the score that if the sum is 100, there should be 100 staying the 100 to 40%. So it means that you have added all your needs and your class attendance and everything together. Then you will still down to 40% because there's up to 60%.
So you can decide to have
only there's 2 columns for one.
this one.
Decide one method for you can decide to have each column for the each of the assignment. There's no that if I'm being type assignment, make sure that you have to say each of the assignment for it to get the then you are there. No,
please, those online, I think somebody is trying to Dr. Lente is trying to explain to us some few issues. So please, if you can't hear, that's okay.
Yeah. So the one to buy is the top one. Yes, yes. Then when you go to the class, you get the community for the 5 course. Please direct them to mental poverty.
Dr. Ishmael Lente, right?
Frank
Chiata, okay. Thank you for this PhD explanation. I think you have settled the issue for me. Thank you very much. Okay, so Doc, you're okay now. You see, I told you when you speak on that level, it becomes equal. Okay, thank you. Okay, so we have now seen the quiz mark over and then the scaled marks. So you can mark, and if you want to keep your problems small, you can keep the same figure up here and the same figure down there so that you just convert your score somewhere, come and key there, then you are safe. All right, so let me see if somebody has already converted this one for me, corrected this one. Let me refresh this page and see. So let me view mounted courses and select again, because I said somebody should correct it for me. So it is when it sees that the CA is equal to 40. Yes, somebody has done it for me. Please, who did? Okay, yes, thank you. All right, so she doesn't want trouble. She has kept all under one column. She has marked over 100 and is converting to 40. And somebody scored 100, the person gets 40. That's all. That's it. So this one is actually a live data. So when we finish, I will go and reset. And let me show you that one. So to reset, when you don't want the figures anymore, or maybe you have made some mistakes, you see at the bottom here, we have reset. So we click on it and then it resets. Then we have recalculate. Recalculate is that maybe you are not seeing the figures tallying so much and all those things. You click, it will do the computations again, calculate the CA, calculate the exam, and then it gets you the figure. And then you also have finalize entry. Please, this is when you are sure you are done. Then you want to push to your HOD. Because when you click on this button, it leaves, you can only appreciate or admire the scores. You cannot make any change unless your HOD. So that's why I'll show you the next level, the HOD. What does it do? So he can now come in and then send the course back to you. Maybe after your department meetings, he appeals to you that, oh, this particular student, let's adjust the marks so I can cross the F to maybe something. Then maybe you want to go so that he goes in there to send the course back to you for you to get a chance to make changes. Because if you push it now, you cannot make any change. Okay. Then the last one is refresh. If you want to refresh the page to see what has happened or whether everything is okay, you click on the refresh. So these are the buttons and the controls that the lecturer has. So that is very simple and straightforward. Then, as you can see up here, there is a printer icon here. So I'm going to mention 2 more things. One, you can decide to take the scores, a template away in Excel or what they call CSV file, comma separated variables. You can take the names of the students, the index numbers into an Excel, take it home, go and key your scores, come and upload. But that should be after you have made your distribution well enough. Because if you make your distributions and you're okay, you can now take it away outside the system, key the scores, come and import into the system. That is one. Then finally, when you have the scores in there, then you can also go and appreciate or get the statistics or the breakdown to know how the students fared, how many got A1s and all those things in there. So let me show those two things, and then we'll move to the next level of HOD. Then we are gradually getting to the end. But this is the most important because the lecturer's job is the difficult one. The rest are only managerial. The HODs will just be allocating courses, sending back courses to lecturers and all that, and printing broadsheets for academic board meetings or department meetings. Yeah. Deans do the same thing. But you are the one going to make the entries, and that is where the problem comes. So the last time, as I was mentioning, somebody did not begin from number 1. He began from 5, 6, and 8. And so the exam scores was tripling and quadrupling because the software developers, when we told them, they were confused how that could happen. So please, if you have only 1, start from 1. If it's 2, 1 and 2, it goes on. If you can use all 7, that is fair enough. Okay, so now let's see how to download and also import. So to download, you see above the student list, you see download template. So you can click on it. It will download an Excel template, or what you call a CSV file. So let me see where mine has downloaded to. Hey, John, is it downloading? Oh, it doesn't give me any notification. Okay, so mine has come to the desktop. So it will come, and please, when you download, don't rename it all. The name that to give you, keep it like that. Because in the name, there is the subject code, there is the subject, certain code that you use and all that in there. So now when you have that Excel sheet, you only open the Excel sheet and you have all the students in there. And then also the rules you have set in there. So you can see the rule I've set. The rule is that we are doing, okay. So this is the student. He's taking the first one, but forget about that one. Okay, that's okay. That's okay. All right. So the students will come, and in this Excel, if there are 100 students, we can key in their scores here, and then under the various columns, the way you want it. And then when you're ready with this Excel, maybe you co-lecture that course with somebody. You can send the list to him. He keeps in his parts because in the system, you can allocate the subject or the course to only one lecturer. So either he gives you his course to enter in the system, or you can download the Excel sheet, go and do your part. Then I also go and do my part. Then we come back. So when you have finished with the Excel sheet like this, you come back to the software, and then you have upload template. So when you click on it, it gives you the chance to go for that Excel. So you browse for it, wherever it is. It will test it to see if everything is okay. If everything is okay, then it imports scores. That is so smooth. So that is where you have 2 or 3 lecturers doing the same course. You can download the template, share with your friends. When they come, you put together, and they come and import. Or you give to one, he does his own part, another person continues, and then you get a complete sheet and do that. And when we are done with the scores in the system, then we can come to this printer, and then this gives the statistics of the breakdown. So here, it will give you this breakdown. And in fact, this is very important for you to appreciate the whole, what do you call it, distribution of marks and everything. So you know how many people got. So in this case, the graph is, okay, C++. Okay, that's it. So you can see A plus number there. So this one is normal distribution. So it goes like that. And then it cares. So yeah, in the middle, very good. Yes. All right, so that is what you can appreciate or you can have to know whether you have to do something or they did well, or maybe you are giving the marks so much or whatever. Okay. So when you are done with this at your level, then now you push it to your HOD. by clicking on finalize entry here. That is when you are done. So somebody to click that one so that we can see. I want you to click. I don't want to click. You click. So just click on finalize entry and let's see what will happen. Assemble. I want to hear you. Okay, so do that. Let me show you what will happen at that side. It's where were you? But we'll reset. Anyway, last year. Okay. You can't find a finalize. Yeah. Yes. So the moment it is finalized, when you come, you only see refresh. The only thing you see here is refresh. So the only thing you will see is refresh. So in that case, you will then have to report to your HOD. He comes in. So for example, he comes in here, and then he will have to click on select from here on finalize. Then now refresh your page and see. Just refresh the page. So now when you go in, you can, no, I have on finalize for you. No, that one is not, that one will not be part of your, it will be done by the HOD. Yes, the HOD, because this same account is an HOD, that's why it can on finalize. Let me go and remove that one. Okay, don't worry. But I have on finalize, so just log in again now. You will see that you will find the course now. They recalculate the save update records. They are all now showing. So that is what happens. When you finalize, you can only appreciate the scores. You cannot make any change. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think the first part is done. Are there any challenges or any problems? So this is the score entry, and that is what takes the time. So that's what needs more effort. The rest is just the rule. So now we'll look at how examination officers are set in the system, what the role of HODs, deans. And in fact, after this meeting, we are meeting with the HODs and the deans so that we can do some certain arrangement in the system. So they have to mention or give us the names of those who are examination officers and everything so that we can set them up, then give them the permission. Yes, madam. Yes. I'm sorry, I meant recalculate. It is the buttons down there will come up with. That is the update records. The first one is the saving. But automatically when you move to another box from entering one student's records to the next box, it saves automatically behind the scene. So those buttons will show up only when you have permission to do that. If you have finalized, you don't have that issue. Okay. Okay. So can we proceed now? Okay, so now let's see what can be done or what the HOD does. So what will happen is that we in our system will be told that these are the HODs for this particular school or department and so on and so forth. So for example, the few ones that we know, we have already created them. So we are yet to see or meet with the deans to get the rest. Okay. And then also who we should make, what do you call it? Examination officers and all those things, or who are the examination officers, we have to know them. So let me go in there and then we start from we'll start from, yes. Oh, no, not 100. Oh, I want to go in as myself. So this part of it will not be your headache. We will do this one from our side. So we will come to, for example, this side, we go to organizational structure, and then from here, John, which department, which school did you set up?
Public health.
Okay, so public health. Okay, so for public health, we are done with their subject groupings. What I mean is that we have created their subject into that department. So for example, when I come to maybe geography and earth science, okay. So when I select geography and earth science, for example, I am going to make, now the HOD is Dr. Solomon Sapon. I'm going to make our training demo HOD, but please don't go ahead of me. Don't click anything. This one, this one can be dangerous. Okay, you can only go in and appreciate what we're doing. It's the wrong department. Yes, it's environment and public. Oh, you see, yeah, I'm going to get it wrong. Okay, so I'm going to make the training demo, the HOD for that department. Then we'll see the role that particular user can have. Okay, the same thing. We also have dean. We also have examination officer, and then registration officer. These are the roles system gives to us. So now I'm going to make him an HOD. So I'm going to go there, select demo, training demo. Okay, so training demo is now the HOD for geography and earth science. So please, let's log in as that user and see what happens. So now I'm going to go out and come in as the HOD for geography and earth sciences. So I'm going to go log back into the system as that HOD. So your page will change. And that is the same thing that will happen if you are also the dean. So 100, I log in. So please, I beg you, don't go ahead of me. I'm begging you. Okay, so now you have the same thing here. You click on view mounted courses and now see what happens. Good. So now it will show more subjects or courses because you are now the HOD for that department. So all courses run in that department, you can see it. And you as the HOD, you have the power to reallocate that course to a new lecturer. Or if a lecturer comes and says, oh, I'm the one supposed to teach this course, it was given to this person, or whatever. So the lecturer, the HOD there can assign. So the HOD can do the subject or course allocation in the system. Because you have now been given an enhanced role in the system to now allocate courses to your lecturers. Again, when they have also finalized, you can unfinalize. You can send it back to them. And you also have the power to even publish the results to the students, all in the hands of the HOD. Yes, that is if his dean has given the permission, now or after academic board, publish the results. So they can publish even DS without, we at our end, we can publish the whole school. But that is with the instruction of academic board. But the HOD can publish his department alone. If he thinks he has finished his department, academic board will approve the results. So that is what we have. So I'm going to walk you through that one quickly, but please, I beg you, don't go ahead of me. Okay, so these are the things you can do. So now as the HOD for the course, when you go to view mounted courses, you don't see only courses you are teaching, but you see courses for all other lecturers. If there's any course that you are teaching as the HOD, that will be highlighted in green, as you can see here. That means that course is yours. So you can go into the scores. So the good thing is that this system will prevent even the HOD from making a change to your score. He cannot change the score unless he allocates the course to himself, and then he goes in to make a change, which there is an activity log recording all that is going on. So whatever you are doing here is being recorded. Okay, so now, assuming that Dr. Brima is going to teach this course, maybe this course is an Introduction to Physical Geography. He's going to teach a course. I go in here, so we have select. So there's a button here. So I click on select. Then I begin to type the name. I begin to type the name. So maybe I start typing Brima, and he shows up here. Kasum Brima is here. So if I select this one, I'm going to select and deselect. If I select it now, he is now the lecturer for the course. So now, Doc, if you can log into your system now using your personal ID, you now will see this course in your dashboard. Now you are going to teach this course. So you are the one going to enter the scores for this course. And that is how the HODs will be assigning courses to their lecturers. Please don't assign anyone apart from this one. Okay, fine, we can clear it, but if you do it at the bottom in the middle, you have to go inside and clear it. Don't worry. You can play with the first two. But then this one is so simple. As an HOD, you only click in the select. You look for all the names of the lecturers are there. You look for the one who's teaching that course and you give it to him. Once he logs in, you will see it in the dashboard as we saw when we came in as the training demo when we were doing the first one. Then he can click on it, go and set up his CA to the 40 and do all those, and then he enters his course. So that is how to assign courses as HOD. Again, if somebody has finalized and you want to unfinalize, you click on the arrow next to the finalize, and then you have the option to unfinalize. Then you just, so here, as for this one, once you select, it saves automatically. No need to go and click a save button. So once you select unfinalize, you can ask him to refresh his page, and he gets the refresh, the button, the update records, and all those things at the bottom there to now make changes to the scores. And that's it. And then this is the final thing. When you want to approve, when the results have been approved by academic board and you want to publish it, you click on approve. Is there? Fantastic. So now I will remove it for you when I'm going. But now that course is now assigned to him. So now he can enter his examination scores the way he wants to enter it. And then assuming they want to print, I think this one, normally we have been doing them, but now the HOD can decide to do it on his own. They want to print attendance sheet for examination. They want to come and print. So over here, if they have assigned a college registration officer, he can do this job without coming to IT. So we come in here. If I'm doing that for intro to physical geography, I go in there. We have two kinds of attendance sheets, one with picture, one without picture. So the one with the human head there, that emoji there is the one with the picture. So when I click on it for that subject, it gives me attendance sheet with pictures. And that is what, sorry, yes, with the pictures, yes. So this is what you print for them to use for attendance during the examination. So this is for only registered students on the course. Yes, yes. No. Exactly. For the department. So whoever will give it to us and put the system as a college examination officer or department exam officer, he will be printing this for day in, day out during the exam. So we are doing this course, physical examination, physical geography. So he print attendance sheet for the exams. That's the HOD cannot even perform it. If he can, HOD is above that one. So he can do it, as well as if somebody is having designated to do that job, he can also do that. So the dean can do this, but we will not let the dean be printing attendance sheet. HOD can do this, but it's not appropriate for him if there's an. I'm talking about emergency. Oh yes, your role supersedes all that. So you can do it all right. But if somebody down there who can do it or who is assigned to do it, so you can do all that exam officer can do, all that the registration officer can do. So we have registration officer, exam officer, HOD, and then the dean. The dean does all that the three down there are doing. HOD does all the two down there are doing. Okay. So that is the first registration. Yes, sorry. All the attendance sheets, yes. Attendance sheets. Both, yes, for the courses. So now I've done this. This one is for physical geography, for only registered students. So then we have registered our course. So I can go for the next one. The next course in my department is intro to, what do you call it? I have the next one, maybe introduction. So if, for example, this one, I'm using all the years. So I want to filter to only this particular year, 2022, 2023. So I want to filter to that one so that it gives you the recent or this academic year's score sheet. So now this academic year score sheet, I'm doing an introduction to resource analysis. So I go in there, I want a photo album or a photo attendance sheet. I go for that one. Then I select. It gives me that one. That's it. Only one person has registered. Nobody, okay. Yes, it's zero. I didn't even check. It's zero. So only this one, only 4. So geography of urban development. So I select that one. Then I'll get 4 students going in there. So now we have decentralized. Okay, my director is let's acknowledge the rest of my director. Yes. Yes, go. Yes. Exactly.
Because it's not like that.
To print before. In fact, it is like that. There's a deadline for registration, but we had a technical problem. There was a marriage ceremony between accounts and IT, which did not happen on time, and so that is why it has been delayed. But now we have performed the ceremony, so now it's going on. So students have up to, I think, 4th April to finish the registration. After that, the exam officer can just print, because then that marks the end of those who want to write exams. Yeah.
So in a that is printed and then it's taken to the examination center, and the student
shows up there
without a picture in the name here. Is there a supplementary sheet or you bag the student from writing it?
In that case, it will be a department decision to make whether that student can be allowed to register, because when you're not registered, you can't show up there. So maybe they can write to go and register the penalty, then they reprint the sheet. So the department will make that decision. That one is not IT. Okay. All right. There was a hand up again. Okay. So that is the photo album. You can also go for a plain one that is without photos. So maybe this one is for, I can go for that one. So this one is also used for other things. So they can give you that also in there. That one is just the index numbers and then signatures. So that's another attendance sheet that can also be printed in the system. So based on whatever you are using it for, you can do it. Okay. So now we have seen the role of the HOD in the system. So primarily, he allocates courses. He can unapprove, unfinalize a course. That is, send the course back to the lecturer to work on further. And then also, when the results have been approved by the academic board, he can now approve the results, or that is, publish the results to his students. So if we're assuming that one department has finished, we don't have to wait for the whole other department or other colleges or schools to come. We can just publish our results and we are there. That's it. And this power is in the hands of the HOD. The same way, if you are assigned as the dean, you can do all that HOD is doing and more. Okay. So one more function of the HOD. Is it okay up to this point? Are we good? Because you can become the HOD tomorrow. So that's why I am taking my time to go through all that. Okay. Okay. So the next one is, when it's time for department meeting, you would have to print your broadsheet. That is the scores to be summarized in a proper way for meetings. Because what it is now, what you saw, the statistics you saw for this course, you cannot send that to a academic board meeting because it is only your course, giving the breakdown. Now you have to put all them together, know the students' standing, putting the cumulative GPAs together and everything. So that is found at broadsheet here. So we have view broadsheet. On the left-hand side, you see under the view mounted courses, we have print transcripts. So you can also, HOD can also print transcripts for his student. The student comes to apply for transcript or whatever, you can also do it there. And then we have view broadsheet. Chat. Okay. Okay, there's a communication from here. It says what? Yes. Old is on old chat. Okay. So we go to the view broadsheet. View broadsheet, and then with a view broadsheet, it will now show you a page like this. So over here, you indicate which programs you want to view its broadsheet. So again, we have the academic here, there. We have all programs are here. And one additional work we will let the developers do is that once I'm an HOD for a particular department, this side should limit me to that department. But then they gave all the departments, which is a weakness on the side of the system. So we will report to the developers to correct. Okay, because it should have brought only his department. I think it was geography and earth sciences. Is that right? Yes, that is BSc, that one. And then the level. So it is level 100 or 200? Okay, let me pick level 200. Because if you're the HOD, you can pick assessment broadsheet for all your levels. 100, 200, 300, you can pick them. So for now, when we set you up, you would have to be selecting your programs, which is not supposed to show. Because once you are the HOD for this department, then the programs in your department must show. Okay, so now we have this one here. So if you want to view your broadsheet, you see there's a check mark here. A check mark here. So it depends on how many you want to have on a page. You can have one on a page. So now I can click on this and say I want to have, let's say 99 on the page. That means you want it to have a continuous nature. Okay, then I click on this check mark. This is when it will transform this into the broadsheet that we have been bringing to you at academic board meetings. So now, I think the last semester, we were sending, HOD will call you, Charlie, Eric, send my broadsheet. Then I'll send and push through emails. Now, thank God, this work is not going to I thank God I'm taking off that job gradually.
Yes, but we will still come back. We will still come to you.
Doctor, this is Dr. Shine, I'm sure. Yeah. Dr. Shine was the one.
We will still come back to you.
I don't come back. Okay. So now this is what you can do as the HOD. You can print your own broadsheet and then you present it at your meetings. And when at the meetings, there is a need for a change to be done in a particular score or subject, you can now return the course to the lecturer. So that means virtually IT is going back small. We're going to only handle major technical issues. But the day-to-day runnings, HODs, deans, examination officers, registration officers can do them. Okay. So that is the role of the HOD. That of the dean is the same, virtually the same. Just that the dean has access to more than one department. So it's the same role he's going to play, but just that he has access to a subject from several departments. Because in the school, I think so far, SSD has, is it 3 or 4 departments? 5. Hey, my equal. Okay, so 5. So 5 departments. So he has access to the subjects, registration, lecturers, and all broadsheets of all the 5 departments in his school. The same way SNES will have access to all. So if you are the dean or the examination officer for a school, then in that case, you have access to all these broadsheets. But if you are limited to the department, then you can access only that of your department. The roles are the same. What you do are the same. Okay. So virtually, that is all about that. I think there isn't much. And then also the final thing is that when you have end of year, or we have end of year broadsheet, end of program broadsheet, this one is usually the final one where it does the classification as to first class, second class upper, second class lower. So these ones are the final ones that are done. Okay. So besides this, there isn't any special thing that is done. Again, this is the work we have been doing behind the scenes. So first, we're playing the role of HOD, deans, examination officers, and all that. And so I would like to bring my demo to an end and await questions. I think that will bring out more of these things so that we can trash them out. Thank you very much for your attention and your contribution. Thank you. Yes, Doc.
The school examination officer that will have access for the department?
Yeah, okay. Let me go over again for you. So what will happen is this, what I did or what I mentioned is that the system has been enhanced to now allow us to put examination officers, registration officers, HODs, and deans for department schools level. So now, as you can see here, for example, when I just set one, so when you come here to organizational structure, so this is our part, what we'll be doing for you. So when you come to this side, so from here, we are meeting with the deans to get a proper list of HODs and the department you have created and the courses in the department. Because what we are using here is our old course allocation. So there are some problems. Because as you said, we now have 5 departments. Some have been separated. So we want to know when it's separated, which courses went with this department, which went to that department. So we'll do those normalizations and things in the system. So what will happen is that at the level of SNES, as you can see here, School of Natural and Environmental Sciences, I can indicate the examination officer for that school. That means he or she has access to registration and information of all departments in the school. So as you can see here, I have examination officer for the school. The site is still loading. So it is the same role that they are playing, but the level at which you play yours, you are higher, because if you are for the school, that means you have access to all departments in the school. If you are for the department, you can only allocate courses to lecturers in your department. Mm-hmm. But then what I showed, how the things they can do is to allocate courses, unfinalized, approve results, and then print broadsheets, and then also register attendance sheets. So these are the things that they will do. So based on where you are placed, you do more or you do less. So if you are for the department, then the department registrations are done by you. So either they want to go that route where they will do department, or they can have a school who will do for all the departments in the school. So that will up to the schools to decide how we want to do it. So we'll meet them and then they'll give us the list as to who we should assign as a college examination officer or school examination officer. But the roles are the same. Okay, so that's what we have. So now for the level of the school, we have examination officer, registration officer, the dean or the HOD. If it is if I go to geography and earth science, as I just hear, I'm going to remove this man from there before somebody does something for me.
I don't know whether you have reassigned me to public health. So
sorry, please. In fact, it was just for the purpose of the training. That's why I put those ones there. So I cannot change your destiny, please.
Thank you.
All right. So we'll remove it and we'll come for the proper one.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to, so if I want to remove somebody from a row, I just go back there, then I click on select worker. Select worker means nobody. So that means I have now removed that person from that row, so that's it. Or if I want another person in his stead, I just go back there, select a new person who I want to assign to that place, and then he gets in there. But before the person can play the role, IT must permit him on the platform in the first place, if he's not already there. So that's why I added 3 lecturers when I was starting, for them to, because they are there at the staff portal, but they have not been permitted to come and play role in the examination side. So that is the only thing that will be happening. Yeah. Okay, are there any further questions? Online participants also. So forget about this, the ones we have set here. It was just for the purpose of the training. So we will come for the proper departmental allocations of exam officer, registration officer, HOD, and the dean. And then from now, we can rest small. Okay, thank you. Okay, so if there are no further questions, then I wouldn't want to waste much of your time. It's already some few minutes to midday. So we would like to bring the, yes. Yeah. That's for the students registering for the course. You can see that from the, when you go to the view mounted course, you will see the number of students who have registered for the courses there. So for example, as I come in here, 2 students have registered. And if I want to know them, I just click on the attendance sheet to show me the actual student. This is just how we check those ones. So I just, okay, I can see 2 students have registered. When I click, it shows me those particular students so that I can see, oh, okay, that is a student or that. But there's no other way we find, yeah. Literally, we just use the attendance sheet to know who has registered for the course. But then we are not blaming them for this year's registration because we didn't start on time. And usually when they come fresh like that and they are going to, that's when they are compelled to register. But we relaxed, or we didn't relax because we were having some integration done between the 2 systems, which was not done at the time that they came, and it's now done. So subsequently, next semester, there will be strict deadlines for registration. And if you fail, then you might be asked to defer or something. Okay. Okay. So online, are there any questions? Let me see the chat. Zoom na Katiana. Hey. Okay. Okay, so now I think all is well and done. Thank you very much for participation, and we wish you all the best. Thank you. Right. Okay. John. No, sandwich. Yeah, is it you don't go. And I think you better register. You're trying course somewhere. Yeah, you register more. The same process. You assign them to the lecturers, then you go and enter your school. So I know this. I only e-learning is to say we train on. We call them to train on e-learning. If they say you don't want to do Maka registration, then now you can enter the schools. So I know that's a very real. Okay. All right. Thank you very much for coming. Yes, look.